Good morning. Good morning. I am so excited. We are halfway through our journey, looking at looking at the oh, yes, I am here. Let me just check if the sound is working. No, I think it may not be working again. Okay. So, let me check. Let me check. Okay. Is this better? Okay, fantastic. So, welcome everybody. Thank you. Good morning, Magdalena. Good morning. It's working. Fantastic. Welcome back. 10 people jumping back on. This is so exciting. It's like a special date with you in the morning. I never expected that it will be so exciting and so precious to do those lives in the first thing in the morning at 8. It's like I'm having this special date with few of you who are jumping here online. This is very special for me. Ankur, good morning. And Rupa, how wonderful. Welcome. Today, we are halfway through our challenge. And this is the 7th day of the challenge. And the title of today's session is called Expand with Your Dreams. Become a miraculous thinker. Think big. Now, this is an extremely important subject for me because so many times in my life, when I was scared of something, all I needed to do is to step into this exercise, into this whole subject of expansive thinking, and amazing things have happened as a result of it. So not only my fears shifted, but also miracles happened, and I've helped many people as a result of it. And so I would love to talk to you today about the next step from going from fear to success, brilliance, and miracles. So let me just go back a little bit to what I was talking about yesterday, which is how to turn your fears, your biggest fears, into miracles, and how to actually use fears as your friends, as the supporters, as the most loving partners in the journey of expanding and helping you to be your best version of yourself. Now, when we deal with fears, we go from facing the fear for what it is. And then in this expansion game exercise, you go to even the worst version of this fear. And then you go to the most catastrophic one. And what happens when you expand the fear, it surprisingly becomes smaller. It sort of changes its nature, and you become a lot more powerful, more focused, and more balanced. So something similar happens with doing exactly the same thing with your intentions, with your dreams, with your goals. But something very special happens, which doesn't happen with the fears. It happens that what happens is that you tap into incredible energy, incredible resourcefulness, synchronicity, and an enormous amount of blessings that you would have never tapped into if you just focused on a first level goal or dream. And I want to explain what I mean by that. So in the expansion game, you go from looking at your fear from bad, worse to catastrophic. And then you go to the other side, and then you ask yourself, now, if I could have anything I wanted in this situation, what would be my ideal outcome? You take it there, you stay for a moment with this, you answer the question, and then once you've answered, this is just a beginning of the journey. And you take it to the next level and you ask yourself, Okay, fantastic. Let's say this has happened. What would be the second biggest excitement, joy? If this happened, what will happen then? What if it could get better than what I've expected? You see, you're beginning to expand to the next level. And as you keep on expanding to the next level, amazing things happen. Amazing, unexpected, surprising, and miraculous things happen, because as you expand with your goal, you are actually stepping into your true expansive version of yourself, where you actually were meant to be. And then you keep on going, and I call it 3 levels of intentions, but actually there is many more. So if you could just stay at the level 3, that would be fantastic. But there is probably maybe a level 5 or 6 or 7 to see how far you can go. So the third level of expanding with your goals, expanding this process of looking behind what else is happening there behind your biggest goal. So the third level is asking yourself, okay, fantastic. So if all of those things happened, and I could allow myself to think big, like bigger than I've ever thought before, what would happen then? And you actually take yourself to the most expansive expression of this goal, this intention. And then you think, oh my God, this is not just about me. It is actually about me being a leader here, stepping into the shoes of someone who can impact not just my little world, but the world of others. So if you keep on expanding with your goals, with your dreams, with your intentions, what happens is quite miraculous, because you grow beyond just yourself, your little self, and it becomes extremely impactful on people around you. I think essentially one of the reasons why the goals that we set ourselves up in the beginning of the year don't happen sometimes is because they are not exciting enough for us and for the whole universe. And so I want to give you an example, because this is a very good example, and I would love you to let me know if anything like that happened to you and what was the outcome of it. So I had a client once, and her name was Liz, and she was about 27. And what happened was that she struggled with her weight a lot. You know, she basically loved eating and she loved cooking, but the love of food led her to become a brilliant baker, and she had quite a lot of extra weight, which she didn't really need to. So she was maybe about size 16, but her ideal size was about, let's say, 10. And as she kept on piling on the weight, there was this amazing conflict in her about, well, really, you know, I love eating, I love cooking, I love baking, but it's not doing me any good. I mean, people love it, but I don't really feel good in myself. And one day she went on a yoga retreat, and she basically spent most of the time in the kitchen, because the food they were cooking there was sugar-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, and it was very healthy. It was delicious, and it was the kind of food that she's never actually experienced before. And what happened was that she basically fell in love with this kind of cooking, and she hardly spent any time doing yoga. And she wanted to be there with the cook in the morning, in the lunchtime, and in the evening. And she went back home, she bought the cookbook, and she started exploring this, and but also the healthy way of baking cakes and making desserts and chia seed desserts and all sorts of different things. And she basically naturally, without trying anything else, she started losing weight. She's lost weight, and people started asking her, hey, my God, what happened? Why do you look so good? I mean, is it yoga? And she goes, no, it's not yoga. It's actually cooking the most delicious food, loving it, and eating more than ever before. But I'm just losing weight because I don't use all this carbohydrates and all the bad fats and sugar. Anyway, so then when she came to me, it was a very exciting time for her because she was actually an accountant, if I remember correctly. But her friends decided for her that she's going to teach the first class in healthy food and baking healthy desserts. And so she said to me, one of the things that I am very scared of is public speaking. And I love the idea of teaching people how to cook healthily, but I'm petrified because what if I make a mistake? I don't know any of those people, and they even want to record it on the camera. She said, I'm petrified. 10 people I've never met in my kitchen. I can't think of anything worse. So the fear that she had was 10 out of 10. So you see, this is the power of expansive thinking. I'm going to share with you what happened next was quite miraculous. She expanded with my questions. She expanded with the actual process of the dream beckoning her, inviting her, and she was walking towards it. It meant to happen anyway, but she walked towards the dream and she kept on expanding and listened to what happened. So I asked her, like, really, what's the intention? And she said, well, my intention is to just give the talk and not die of heart attack, to speak to them. And I just basically want to not die of heart attack. I just want to walk out of there relaxed and peaceful. And notice she was focusing on herself. And that's brilliant. I mean, that's important, right? Now I've asked her, how is this talk, how is this workshop going to impact those people? What is your intention? So as soon as I've taken the attention from her to others, she started shifting and her energy started expanding. So we went to the next level of her intention. And she said, well, I want them to enjoy the food, love it, and lick the fingers and go, oh my God, this is amazing. When are you going to do the next one? And I love it. Teach me more. I'm going to do this. Okay. And as soon as she started focusing on them, the fear dropped by a few points. And then I asked her, okay, now think bigger. What will happen then? I mean, for them and for you. And she said, well, my intention is that when they go home, they start cooking healthy food for the kids, for the partners, for the friends, and then they will also teach them some philosophy behind why to eat certain things and how to play with the spices and herbs, and it will become a very healing kind of experience for the whole family and for the friends. So that when she started speaking about it, her eyes started sparkling, her aura expanded, she became a lot more confident, powerful, and I could see that she couldn't wait for the event to happen. She was just like, oh my God, this is so exciting. So she went to the next level of expansion, and she said to me, I'm really seeing that this is possible for me to do quite peacefully, and I'm going to have fun. Then I asked her to tell me, now imagine if those people really loved it. They've changed the way they cook. They became healthier. The children understood the importance of eating healthy desserts and learning how to do good things for themselves while they're enjoying things. And then what could happen then? I asked her to think big. And she for a moment hesitated. And then she said, yes, ask her, so what could happen then? Think bigger, expand even further. Just think crazy, big intention. And she said, well, I think if that went well, maybe I could open a restaurant. I thought about it when I was young. I mean, I disqualified this idea as not realistic, not ideal for me. I've trained as an accountant, and that wasn't the plan. It wasn't my plan to open a restaurant. But then she started thinking about having her own restaurant, and she said, even more than restaurant, we don't really have a cookery sort of program. She said, I love watching the Master Chef and all of that, but none of them are actually talking about cooking healthy food. They're sort of seasonal and great, but she said, I love them, but how about if there could be a cookery program that actually includes only healthy food that is good for everybody, children, adults, people who are sick, people with cancer. What about if it was a healing, incredible food, and that could be going to millions? Do you imagine what happened with her fear when she talked about that? It went right down to zero. It completely evaporated. But she expanded so far that when she started presenting that workshop on that day, she was a very different person. She was her true self. The people loved it. They absolutely adored her. They had so much fun. And they kept on coming up with different ideas. How about if you write a cookbook? How about if you write a blog? And she basically, for her, it was a life-changing experience, but only because she went beyond the first level of goal, which was, I just want to present and not die. I just want to do that and be okay and relax and breathe deeply. So why I'm telling you about this is because you may have some goals, some heart-centered intentions, then they may be actually too small for you. They may be a little bit squashed for what your soul is intending for you, for where you need to be going. And in the same way that you can use your fears to expand you into and change your fears into miracles, even more so, you can use your dreams, your goals to expand you. Now, the expansion can be sometimes a bit challenging because you have to be stepping out of your comfort zone. But this is the name of the game. If we don't step outside of the comfort zone, we keep on standing stuck in one place. And it's not enchanting, not exciting, and not powerful. You know, when people set big, audacious goals and they put actually a certain date, like a deadline with it as well, and something happens which starts synchronicity, miraculous occurrences. The universe wakes up, the angels go, yoo-hoo, let's get there, because there is a job there for us to do. Before, they just watch it and they go like, well, it's not really exciting. They can do it themselves or not. But when we have something big, which is almost impossible, and we have a deadline, the whole universe conspires to support us. But I have to add that it needs to be a heart-centered goal, that it is really something that you deeply want. Because if you are setting goals for something that someone else wants, and it's not really that important to you, like for instance, losing weight, if the husband goes, honey, you've got big bum now, maybe you should go on a diet, and you think, well, I don't mind about fat ass, it's okay. That's not a heart-centered goal. But if it's your goal, if you deeply feel it, you're excited about it, keep on expanding it, growing it, blowing it out of proportion, so it becomes your journey to your most expansive emerging in this year and beyond. One of the things that I want to underline again, which is very crucial in this process, is that actually, when you go through this process of expanding with your dreams and becoming a miraculous thinker, you're going to be impacting a lot of people. Because you see, when you have a problem, a challenge, and then if you don't want it to keep it that way, and you ask yourself, what's my intention here, with this situation, shifts your state immediately. Okay. Oh, intention. I can't nag or focus on the negative. I'm just actually going to go into my intention straight away. And you keep on looking at the intention and asking yourself also, how other people will benefit from this? If I don't know, make £1 million this year or this month or whatever, how will other people benefit from it? It becomes a very different energy about this goal. So what's my intention here? How will other people benefit? And if this was completely achieved, what other things this will lead me to? What other greater things will occur for me and for others? So when we step beyond me, my goal, again, miracles happen, fantastic things occur. And write for me, if you write something, if that makes sense, if it making sense to you, and how does it reflect on your life, on your dreams, and what could you do about that, right? And while you're writing, by the way, I don't see all the comments on this system. It's not perfect. It's amazing because it broadcasts to many different places in the universe, but I can't see all the comments. And so I want to read you a little bit from my book, because it's a chapter 9. So for those of you who have my book, you can reread it. That's part of your homework. But I want to read you something. This is a quote from Christopher Reeve. He said, "So many of our dreams at first seem impossible. Then they seem improbable. And then when we summon the will," for me, that's summoning the intention and focus, "they become inevitable." And then I say, well, your intention is like sculpting chisel, which transforms your rough fears into your preferred reality. Once you set your intention on what you want, it is really exciting to go even further to the next level and expand yourself beyond what you previously thought was possible. So you keep on pushing the boundaries, you keep on going further and further, and it's very exciting. When you play with your 3 levels of intention, could be 4, 5, or 6, you can keep on going further. Stretching beyond good to better to amazing, you will notice that the dreams that previously seemed impossible become compelling and exciting beyond your wildest dreams. So basically what I would like to do is to invite you to become a great stretcher, stretch your dreams and work with your goals in a slightly different way. And this will have incredible impact on other people. You will essentially become some form of a leader. If you want to achieve a big goal, you will need people to support you and help you. But the bigger the goal, the more people will follow you. Okay, so you often see people on Facebook or on other social media saying, "Hey guys, I've just had an intention for this year, and my intention is to help 100 schools in Africa to have clean water." Okay, and I'm going to achieve it, and they go for it, and then while they're going for it, they realize they've achieved it already, and they go for 1,000 and for 10,000. And the bigger the goal, more people want to join in, particularly if it's making a difference. I am going to also give you one of my own examples. So when I was afraid of writing this book, I had to expand beyond that one book. I had to expand towards what will await me beyond this. And the bigger the dream expanded, even towards living in the eco-village and keep on loving writing, because I actually prefer speaking to writing. As you see, speaking comes easy to me, but writing, the dyslexia, and then I have to reread it and change it, it's not so easy for me. But then I've discovered, as I was playing with this, is that I've always loved actually writing when I was younger, and I was writing stories, and I was thinking, what about if I go back to my childhood dreams and I start writing stories? And what about if I go forward with this idea, and some of those stories will become Hollywood movies, and then millions of people will see them, and the transformation will go faster rather than a personal development book which only few people read. How about if I actually write books and they are amazing stories, and then they get turned into books, into movies, and then the miraculous impact on the planet will be that much faster. So once I focused on that, writing this book was a piece of cake, and the fear of writing it completely disappeared. And so that's one of the examples. But for instance, one of the people who I'm just loving very much, and her name is Sami Blundell. She does those challenges, and she helps people to develop their brands. And last year, her challenge was to connect with 100 ideal clients in 2 months or something. Now, today's challenge is to connect with 1,000 people you can help in 2 weeks. Now, this challenge is a lot more exciting for me, and the energy that comes out of it, I want to connect with 1,000 people in 2 weeks who I can help, who I can touch, who I can impact. There's a lot more energy available to you when you think like that. Now, a lot of people then could say, but this is not realistic. I mean, honestly, you may be reaching too high. This is not the right timing. Now, that may be true, but if this goal, dream, intention is heart-based, soul-based, it's very unlikely that that's the case. And even if it is, if you keep on stretching and expanding, at least your fear will drop, okay? And if you go halfway to that goal, that will be fantastic. So basically, do not stay at the first level of your goal setting. Keep on expanding, keep on asking yourself, fine, if I've achieved it, what this will lead to, what this next level will lead to. Now, if that happened, let me think big. Who will I impact? Who will I inspire? What difference will I make to myself and to others? And keep on going till you cannot go any further. And this will basically take you most likely to your destiny, to your greater reason why you're here. And please think big. Be miraculous thinker for yourself and for others. So when people come to you and they say, hey, listen, I've got this amazing big dream, and you think to yourself, this is not realistic, they are not going to achieve it. And then ask yourself in your mind now, maybe yes, maybe not, but what? If this is their spiritual awakening, this is the spiritual process, and they need to go through this, how about if I could support them? If you feel excited about other people's audacious, powerful, crazy dreams, then support them. And I'm coming back again to the same subject that I've mentioned at the beginning of this journey, of this challenge, is that it's important to have your dream team around you, your miracle team, your success team. So the more people you have, it's not actually even the amount, but the quality. The more high quality people you have around you support you with your intentions, and you supporting them with their intention, the faster they can be accomplished, because the power of intention, the power of prayer, the power of blessing, it's immense, and you know it because you've experienced it. So share it with the right kind of people, not with the people who do not want any changes in their life. They want to stay exactly the way they are. They don't want any shifts or changes because it gives them fear. Play with people who are on your team. Maybe you don't know that they are on your team, but they are your supporters, and they think in an expansive way. So that's my suggestion for today. And we are going to be doing exactly this thing in my course on the 19th of January. So if you haven't got the tickets yet, please go and get it and tell 2 other people about it. And then the third person can come free, which is you or them, however you want to play with it. Because when we all, one of the powers of this course is that you're working on your intentions with people who support you, who love you, who cheer you up, who hold the space for you. So this is the factory of dreams, intentions, because everybody who comes together, it's there to really, truly expand, heal, and go to the next level. Okay, so it's a brilliant space to celebrate your dreams and think bigger and tap into your intuition and release what's standing in the way, and upgrade your programs that held you in this old space. Now we're going to the new place. Okay, so let's finish with a little meditation, and I would love you to take a deep breath in and close your eyes. If you're not driving, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, And start breathing into your heart, start breathing into your chest. Switch back into the natural state of relaxation, natural state of gratitude, and feel grateful for being here 2020, feeling peaceful, relaxed, starting your morning, or you may be listening to this in the evening, but feeling peaceful and relaxed, connected with your heart, feeling grateful. And as you're breathing into your heart, I would love you to see this beautiful golden light opening up, throwing those waves of light around you, and this beautiful golden ball of light spinning around. And when it spins, it throws vibrations of love, blessing all around, expanding beyond you, expanding beyond your room, the city you live in, expanding so far that it holds this whole planet in a loving embrace. Imagine that actually you are hugging the planet right now, and you're sending love back to all the places in the world that need it, to all the places in the world that require our love. Send blessings, and even in your mind, quietly say peacefully, I bless this planet, I bless the people on it with perfect health, love, abundance, wisdom, good decisions. I bless all the leaders on this planet with wisdom, perfect decisions, divine order. And I bless every single animal, plant with love, with safety, with joy, perfection, divine perfection, and just send love back into the earth, back into the planet. And when you send love, bless yourself quietly. I bless my life, I bless my day with success, happiness, expansion of the highest order. I bless every single cell in my body with radiant health. I bless every single aspect of my being with serenity, peace, joy, happiness, clarity, and divine order. And just see light pouring into your day, everybody around you, everybody you're going to meet. And with that blessing and with that energy, I want you to once again go and think about one of your dreams, one of your goals. And I would love you to look at your goal and its journey. So imagine like you're looking at a movie and this is happening in front of you on the movie screen. You look at the goal that you have. What is it that you want to achieve this year? So imagine you go to the first level and then see that it has happened. And then just ask yourself, if that happened, what will I love to happen next? What will this lead me towards? What dreams, miracles will happen for other people if I have what I want? Just keep on imagining that this actually has taken place, but the dream keeps on expanding. It's not stopping there. And then go to the next level. Ask yourself, okay, if this became even bigger, better than expected, think big, expand with the dream, what this will lead to, how many more people I will affect by this amazing occurrence, what will happen next? And keep on thinking bigger, expanding, 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 and see yourself maybe 10 years from now, when what you've intended turned out much better than expected. And see how it is, what you've done, what you've accomplished, how many people you have touched. See the miracles you have sparkled around you on the way. See how you feel about it. And so feel grateful towards yourself for allowing yourself to expand this way. And look back and see what is the first thing you're going to do today towards your miraculous intention. What is the first step you're going to do? And then what is the next step you're going to do tomorrow to make it happen, to make it possible, to make it impactful, not just for you, but for others. So very slowly, very gently, start coming back to yourself. Start coming back into your body, into your heart. Feel connected with the earth. Feel connected with your body. Take a deep breath in, open your eyes, and I welcome you back. And how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Blessed, peaceful, grounded. And so, my darlings, thank you so much again for being here with me today. That's very joyful for me, because I have just started with this idea of running this Get Ready for Miracles intention on the 1st of January while I was meditating. And it was given to me. It wasn't even my intention particularly, but it was my soul's intention. And now I'm expanding with it. And I think, okay, I'm going to soon take it and put it into a course so people can get it for a small amount of money, but they can actually share it more easily, because everything will be in one place. At the moment, people try looking for all those videos, where are they? Here, there, and everywhere. When they send them to other people, maybe the link doesn't work. But I'm going to put it all together, have PDF files for people who prefer to read, and I'm going to put it into a course. And then I was thinking, oh my God, what if a few thousand people can listen to it or watch it or read it? What if a few million people can read it? How about if that little idea of starting this challenge will touch millions of people? What will happen to their lives if they expand and stop holding themselves small? What may happen to their lives and the lives of the people around them? And so, you see, following on intuitive insight has started creating a lot of miracles, because some people are writing to me and they go, oh my God, gosh, this happened, that happened. Thank you so much for doing those lives, because something amazing has happened. And I knew what you were talking about. It's not new to me, but I've done it. I've experienced some miracles happening in my life. So, so the intuitive aspects of creating miracles will come next soon. It's one of the aspects of this program. But for now, have a beautiful day, have a beautiful evening whenever you're listening to it. And I am sending you my blessing for the most incredible, focused, peaceful, expansive, delightful, healthy, and miraculous day. Lots of love. Please share this with people you love. Please share it with people who you know may benefit from it. Let them know about this in my course, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. and on Facebook and on YouTube. And I am very much looking forward to it. I'm loving it. This is such a great fun for me. Lots of love.